My guest today is Eseogene Odiete. So tell me your investment for starting the business.
Oh, I started with I think 10K or something less than that.
Like 10,000 naira. So averagely, how many bags do you produce in a month?
Like 60 bags.
What's like our turnover in a month?
400.
About 400.
Some months.
Some months, about 400,000. Ankara, how many yard of Ankara will make a bag? Like a quarter of something.
Actually, my first set of bags were pieces from my tailor's shop.
As part of our focus on the fashion industry, because remember, we've identified certain industries that Nigeria has major comparative advantage in, and where Nigerians have exhibited unusual talent. But at this point, we have not brought it all together to make ourselves a major player in global fashion industry in order to create a lot of value for our people and build a lot of jobs in that area, primarily because we have not followed the value chain from beginning to the end. Today, my guest is Mai Atafo. He's from Edo State. He graduated in Agricultural Economics and Extension from Edo State University, Ekpoma, with a second-class upper. So he's not in this because he couldn't do something else. And then he obtained a postgraduate degree in information technology from the City University, London, England. Before Mai ventured into the world of fashion, he had lived a full-blown life as a marketing guy in the corporate world. After almost 7 years in the United Kingdom, he returned to Nigeria to a job at British American Tobacco before moving to Guinness, Nigeria in 2007. After which, in 2010, he took a career break from his role as a senior brand manager with Guinness to become a full-time fashion designer or fashion artist, as he prefers to be called. Mai, welcome to Ignite.
Thank you very much.
As we are seeking how to engage the young Nigerian minds to find respect and dignity in the fashion industry in a way that we can create ultimate value for Nigeria. Take some part of your experience and then help me to lead that into how the young Nigerian who is trying to find himself in that area can walk.
Good. I think I'll start from the angle in which people have heard that I did the first degree, I did the second degree. I worked in corporate world, in multinationals that people would love to work for. And I decided to take, and if you realize, I never said I quit my job, I said I took a career break to do fashion.
So you can go back tomorrow?
I can always go back tomorrow if I want to.
Interesting.
So I've worked, close to 9 years. And I think that if I want to do marketing full time, I still do it, which is pretty interesting. I will talk more about that as we go on. But I see a lot of young people today, they say, I don't want to work for anybody, I want to be my boss. Okay. From the get-go. Sometimes I tell you, it may not be the best. I think you need to understand how to manage somebody's money first.
Before you can manage
your own money. Because I think that if you manage someone else's money and you lose 10 kobo and someone has to hand you for the 10 kobo that you have lost, and you have to justify it, you would understand the value of 10 kobo in your own business.
Sure.
So the same way you understand 10 million for somebody else, and you're scared that if a dime gets missing, the person will literally, get you and deal with you. When it comes to your own money, you value it as such.
You also learn about the corporate
and you
environment
learn about
discipline.
the business.
Yes.
So I haven't done all that, and I think that my experience in the corporate world has been so valuable because when I went into fashion, a lot of young people know this thing. You go because you have a passion for it. only to realize 6 months later that this is not a passion-driven business. It's exactly a business. You need structure. You need to be able to get your books in place. You need to be able to do your, your balance sheet. Your accountant has to tell you need to pay your tax, So in my own case now, I now realize it's a business. And like she said, now you now start looking at the value chain. If you want to go into fashion, you do not have to be the owner of the fashion business.
Okay, let's start from there. You do not have to be the owner of the business.
Yes.
So tell me all the parts that you can play without owning the business.
I will start from the part of the fashion house and I'll go down to the part that's not even directly related to the fashion house.
Okay.
So me right now, I'm the one that does the designing of all the clothes. I go to the market to pick fabrics. I go to Teju market and Balogun market by myself.
Okay.
By myself, okay? Design the clothes, I do clients. It's one of the businesses you have to do, services and goods have to be on point.
Okay.
Because fashion is not, it's subjective. It's not objective. So I'm dressed up like this today, and someone will say, I don't like the blue color on him. Someone will say, I love the color on him. But it's your choice. I cannot impose it on you. Yeah. So people will come with their different, so you have to not do customer service and make sure that part is good, right? Your presentation at the end of the day. Now when I walk down the line, that's within the business, so you have to do designing, tailoring. Within the tailoring, you have to get machines. Make sure your workspace is conducive for people to work, as well as for people to come and visit you to work. Now when you look at all that, I've talked about going to the market. There's also the part of fabrics and selling fabrics. So when I look at the fabrics, in Nigeria, we have good fabrics. People always say, no, go overseas. I challenge you, no, we have very good fabrics. Now, it's two things. One is the fact that no matter how much they teach you in fashion school about fabric and fabric combinations and all that, when you get to the market, they're trying to guy in Teju Osho. He doesn't get it. I want a fabric that is 90% wool and 5% viscose. This one, not go wash. You buy it, then it runs. So you have to learn the hard way.
Now, I need you guys to follow him. He's identifying the value chain of the business. But what I need you to do is, as he's breaking out the value chain of the business for you, I need you to identify the businesses within that value chain. What we need you to do is to think out of the box and see how we create new ways of doing things to be able to help those industries to move much faster, so we can move from, I go to Mai, I want a suit, he measures me, he sews the suit and all of that, I'm happy, he makes me a dress, I'm happy. 2, Mai does not wait for a customer to walk through his door to be sure he will pay his staff salary, because his production line is working all the time, producing 20 different suits of one design, 20, or 4, 5, 6 designs he has developed. Shirts he has developed. Tie, what's a tie? Not be fabric. It's fabric. Who is making boxers that men wear? We still wait for China to ship it to Nigeria. When it comes here, the bulk of the money has already stayed in China. And if it's a Chinese man selling it in Nigeria again, it means that 99.9% of the money goes back. So follow the trail and think of where you can plug in, and think of new ideas of how to convert those opportunities into real value for us as a nation, because we've got to do that.
What do you need to take your business to the next level? Expert advice? Affordable financing? State-of-the-art technology? A partner you can trust. At First Bank, we can help with that. Visit sme.firstbanknigeria.com to find out how we can help you grow your business. First Bank.
What I tell you guys in this generation is that the opportunities are already there. You get what I mean? It is there. You don't have to build a website. You can use your Facebook page. Nobody's going to charge you for hosting and this and that and that. Do you understand? Blogs are for free. There are many opportunities you use to do these things. Right? Don't wait for the guy that has big money to come and do it because he will crumple you. So if I look at the fashion thing, there's a guy that makes shoes right now, a Nigerian guy that makes shoes. He has made 3 pairs for me that are really, really nice. He makes his shoes. He doesn't have a brand name that is known. So he is saying, I will sell the shoes for 20K. These shoes are very, very good. Do you know what I want to do for him? I want you to make a shoe collection from me.
Okay.
Right? He will put my name on it. I will proudly say it is manufactured in Nigeria. And I will sell one of those shoes for 60,000 naira. I will pay him his 20K or pay him more than his 20K. And I'll tell people, this is manufactured here.
That is the business, which means that for some of you, all you need to be doing in the value chain is designing. For some, all you need to be doing is marketing. There are a lot of small market people producing different things who don't know how to sell. Some of you could have stores, collecting from all the other ones and selling under your brand. Some of you like to design, but you don't like the wala of tailors or any of the stages. And anyway, if you have your own collection, it might be a dress, you might want a belt, you might want a shoe, like Mai just talked about, and you go to all these different people. So what we're doing right now is everybody is a one-stop shop. In one shop, they're trying to do everything. What that does is it keeps you small, because in order to do everything and be big, you need a lot of money. And you can never be efficient because nobody can be best at all the different parts of the value chain. What we need to do is to see what part of that chain you have natural affinity for. And then you fit into that part of the chain. You might be the salesman for Mai and say, Mai, I love fashion merchandising. I want to take suits or dresses from you, and what I'm targeting is to open a shop. This side of town, that side of town, this place, that place. I need you to think. Don't think as, oh, I want to go into fashion business. A fashion designer is not necessarily a fashion retailer. A retailer sells the product. A designer designs. Sometimes the designer produces. So please think, understand, there are parts of the whole. And making the guy who can make this shoe well, produce for him, and sell over his production cost is business. Because what can happen is other fashion houses who want to add shoe line to their business can find the same guy to produce their own design and collection for them. So that guy's business is the manufacturing of shoes.
And it starts to grow.
It starts to grow. That's the only way we will grow. Once we start the specialization, different people understand where their own strength is and they play there. And the guy becomes the guy that feeds the market. From all the money he's making, he can invest to build capacity in producing. He doesn't have to worry about marketing and branding, because that's a different thing entirely. Somebody else worries about it, and he doesn't have to worry about setting up a section producing shoes. Why? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to think about what part of the value chain you plug into. That's how we will build our fashion industry, because we definitely have a strength there. We're very fashionable as a people, and we have a lot of talents that are quite raw. But we need to build skills.
Are you a creative person? Are you looking for the right partner to help you transform your talent into your business? We can help with that. First Bank SME Connect. Visit sme.firstbanknigeria.com to find out more. First Bank.
Are you a Nigerian? Do you have a business idea but lack the initial capital? AGDC, in partnership with Lagos State Government, the Chair Center Group, founded by Mrs. Ibukun Awoshika, presents through an online contest, Ignite Ideas Contest, to give seed capital of 100,000 naira each to 1,100 people and 1-year business mentorship. There is more. You also get access to credit facility from one of the biggest banks in the country. All you have to do is log on to www.igniteideas.org to register and fill the application form. You should also follow them on their social media pages. Facebook, www.facebook.com/igniteideascontest. Twitter, @ignitecontest. Hurry and give your business ideas some life.
Now, in the course of building the business, what would you say have been your biggest challenge so far?
Personally for me, my biggest challenge right now is how to grow sales.
To grow sales?
Yes.
Would that be on the bespoke side or on the online platform?
On the fashion, not the bespoke is doing quite well.
Wow.
A lot of people are embracing bespoke clothing, but on the fashion retail, items, how to grow sales. Quite a lot of people. Yes, we get a lot of referrals, which we do. We get a lot of referrals, but at the same time, I keep thinking to myself, and I say, there are millions of people in
this
Nigeria,
country.
and then I'm thinking, okay, so how do I reach millions of people? A lot of people want quality items.
Yes.
And I think we've done so well to provide quality items because we keep getting referrals. But at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, so how do I reach so many people and how do I let them know? And then also, in the face of competition, you have other people doing what you do and all that. So you have other people who do what we do. So our challenge right now is how to grow sales. Yes, we are on social media platform. And then, I've heard people say, okay, go on social media platform, you can reach a lot of people on social media platform, let them know what you do and all that, which we do, but at the same time, I still feel we can do much more. We can do a lot. So now I'm seeking for knowledge on how do we grow sales. It's a huge challenge for us right now.
Okay. Have you done your customer segmentation in a sense? Because, I hear you say there are millions of people. So how do I get the millions of people customers? But, what is always important, and I find that a great assumption with a lot of businesses, what is always important is to understand that even though you sell clothing and there are millions of people in Nigeria, all the millions of Nigerians who all wear clothing mostly are not your customers. They're not your customers because what you sell is not what they all want.
Yes.
And even as you close ranks in terms of profiling and you get closer to those that are likely to fit the base of the customers that you want to sell to, it's not all of them that would like what you sell for different reasons. You both are in fashion, but you might think you're competitors, but you might not be real competitors because you might be appealing to different crowds within those that will buy clothing. So you need to also deal with the fact that the online platform, you said the bespoke side is doing well, the online platform is probably what you're referring to. What is our internet density as at today? How many people readily have internet available to them? Who are people who are willing to shop for their clothes online? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need to begin to look at all of that in order to narrow down where your real market is. And if your bespoke seems to be doing well than the online, maybe the value of what you sell, it's more for your bespoke customers, and it may be your bespoke customers that you can drive to your website. Do you understand? I'm trying for you to find the linkages, because your bespoke customers can also shop from you online because they're already happy with what you have. They know the quality of what they would get online. And also, if you want to sell online, you need a brand to back it up. Because when you buy stuff online, you really don't know what you're getting until you get it. Which is different from when you walk to somebody's store. I touch the garment, so I know the fabric. I see the cut and the shape. I pick my style. So it's personalized to me. And therefore, I'm expecting to get what I have already selected. So I've narrowed down the window of error in a bespoke model. But online is not the same, especially if I've not interacted with you. Now, if I go to Hugo Boss site, because there's a brand and an expectation of value attached to it, I feel more comfortable buying from Hugo Boss online, which in itself is a risk, because I can say that it's not every design of Hugo Boss in size 14 that fits me as a size 14. Do you understand? Depending on the cut of the outfit, if I don't try it, I won't know if that works with the African hips and still fits a slim over. Do you understand? So you must look at all of those factors and wait to see what can you sell online best. Staples? What are staples in fashion? Tell me what you consider as staples in fashion. No. Okay. All clothing, what you call staples in fashion will be the basic things that are common to all, like your vest, like the light clothing. If I wear a simple white shirt, for women, a vest, a camisole, the basic things that I don't need any extra fit. A black skirt, do you understand? But even then, if I'm buying a black skirt, I have to know that the shape works for me and all of those things. So you look for what you call your staple collection, which people are not fussy about. Those are probably the most ideal for online. But when it comes, but your bespoke then satisfies their higher yearning. You understand the various, so you might need to carefully analyze where the strength of your product is in terms of the target market and see whether it's the bespoke side you need to invest more in, even as you're following all the normal routes for drawing market to your online site, but also to review what is available on your online site in terms of what people are willing to buy readily without all the fitting and all of those factors. Because for a lot of the big brands, their online store doesn't carry everything they sell. If you review them, most of them, they don't carry everything they sell. They have certain things that they put on the online site, and there are many exclusive things that are in their stores. And because you already have the multiple lines within fashion, you can readily do that. So make sure that your online site is essentially staples. So it's easy to buy. A white t-shirt is a white t-shirt. A white vest for a man is a white vest, Different parts, things, a pair of jeans, Just look at those things that are basic and staples, and then the more detailed things would probably part of. But you use the online to draw them into your bespoke, and use the bespoke to draw them to your online. And
Do you want to grow your business by selling to people in different ways? We can help with that. First Bank SME Connect. Visit sme.firstbanknigeria.com to find out more. First Bank.
Send in your comments, questions, and shoutouts to our Facebook page, facebook.com/IgniteTV, Twitter/IgniteTVNG, and check out our website, www.ignite-tv.com. For extras on Ignite, Visit our YouTube account on www.youtube.com/Ignite TV Nigeria for lots more about the show and lots of useful information on building your business.